This is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show.
It's Josh and Chantel. It's Wednesday, September 25th. On today's show, it is Comic Book Day.
Whoop.
And Loki Skywalker is all about it.
Low-key. He's all about it, low-key.
Chantel's love for the Vikings got her into a little bit of an embarrassing
A
situation.
little bit of a pickle.
Yeah. What happens when I say tragedy?
Tragedy.
That's what happens. Yeah. Still don't know the words, do you?
I do too. I just didn't want to sing them.
Sure. Chantel has a pretty unique way to get rid of soda foam. Yeah. Just blow on it. Sure.
Blow it away.
We're pretty luxurious in our house.
Luxurious.
Nintendo Power Magazine, we talk about that. There's a man who has a hard time waking up who married a woman who has a hard time staying awake.
Who is it?
Oh, it's us. It's us. Our daughter's prepping for driver's ed. So
Yikes.
what's the joke? Stay off the sidewalks. Oh, and apparently there's going to be a Mario Kart showdown.
Oh, yeah. And you're going to lose, son.
We'll see.
Thanks for listening to the show. Live every weekday morning from 6 to 10 and right here anytime on the podcast. Enjoy.
Hi there, Chantel.
Hi there. Hi there. Oh, there. He there. Hi. Hi. Oh. Excuse me. There was a lot of stuff. Okay, go. We're on. And we're live.
Today is Wednesday. It is September 25th. It is National Comic Book Day.
Okay.
Around the country, different comic book stores will have different events going on, as they usually do on Comic Book Day. I would assume that is true.
If you
For,
ever
East Idaho
talk
as
to
well.
my dad about comic books, he will tell you that he had an original version of Superman and his mom threw it away.
That's not nice of her. We have a daughter. It is National Daughters Day.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Aw.
Yep.
We better make a post on Facebook.
We got a daughter.
That's what people do, right? On these
yeah,
days.
that's exactly right. It is World Dream Day. Mm-hmm.
I like dreaming.
Dreaming's nice because that means I'm sleeping.
I know.
Yeah. It's Better Breakfast Day.
Oh, better breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
What's better breakfast?
Oh, you know how you might start off your day with like just something simple? Oh, an oatmeal, a yogurt, a protein shake.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you want to have a better breakfast today.
What's wrong with oatmeal and protein shake and yogurt?
Nothing. It's just saying that maybe you want to put a little effort into making a better, healthier, bigger breakfast.
Oatmeal and yogurt's healthy.
All right, great. National Cooking Day, National Psychotherapy Day, World Pharmacist Day, National Roadkill Day,
Oh.
Quesadilla Day, Lobster Day, One Hit Wonder Day. We're talking a lot about one hit wonders. I've seen a ton of it on the internet today.
Have you?
Yep. Best one hit wonders that sync up to your zodiac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just read that. Mine was, what was mine?
In summertime.
Yeah. I
I
hate that song. And it says that that's my zodiac one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Well, what are you going to do? And it is Binge Day, which is where you fire up your favorite streaming service, grab the popcorn, and binge.
It's been a long time since we had a show to binge. And
I
I'm kind of...
binged. You slept.
When? Last night?
Nope. I binged an entire season of a show called Outlast, and then I told Emery about it, and Emery binged it as well. And then she started the first season, and she said the same thing that I did. First season wasn't as good as the second, and she quit watching it.
Oh, no. Sorry.
So, tried to binge, but I solo binged instead.
Okay.
Because you slept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeping is nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't disagree. But it sure does stop you from binging.
It does. You're not wrong. But it feels so nice to sleep.
I know. Hey, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Yeah. Good morning.
There was a family in the UK, and they were trying to get a passport for their 7-year-old boy. And the authorities said, I'm sorry, you cannot get a passport. And his parents said, why? And they said because his name relates to a trademark or a copyright, and we can't give him a passport.
So this is his birth name?
This is his birth name. His parents named him this. It is on his birth certificate.
What is his name?
His name is Loki Skywalker Mowbray.
Yeah, look, Loki Skywalker, both of those fictional characters, Luke Skywalker and Loki from the Marvel Universe, Thor's brother. So, and then the last name is just the last name.
Yeah, that's just his regular name.
What do you do?
So, and he was born on May 4th. So it was intentional.
May the 4th be with
that
you.
His parents named him that because they love
Star Wars and apparently Loki, Marvel Universe.
They were told that they would have to get permission from Disney or change the boy's name.
They're never going to get permission from Disney.
Exactly. The family said neither of those are options for us. Neither of them. And they were like, we're not trying to get money out of his
4?
name. 7.
7.
They
so
said,
he's been Loki Skywalker for a while.
I know. Which, come on, guys. Like, maybe that's cool, but like that kid's going to get teased.
No way.
You don't think so?
No way. Hey, I'm Loki. And you'd be like, what?
What if he hates Marvel? I couldn't think of the name. And Star Wars. I bet he does.
Sounds like a Loki problem, doesn't it?
Loki. Stop that.
So, yeah.
So
I don't know what you do.
the story picked up steam and people were upset, obviously. Eventually, the authorities emailed the family, contacted the family and said, all right, like, we're going to issue the passport.
Yeah.
It's just going to be delayed.
Yeah. So are they like in a rush to go on vacation, or is this just
I don't
something?
know.
Because it's procedural. In Europe, you go country to country to country to country, like you go state to state to state in America.
30 minutes away.
Yeah. So your passport's like a more commonly carried around, used form of identification, I would assume, because you're country hopping.
Right. So he'll get it. He's got it.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Loki Skywalker.
But I don't know how it's for sure a copyright. Like the names are a copyright, but you should be able to name another person that.
People name
Right?
that. I mean, think of lesser, not Disney-owned properties.
I know.
Like Hunger Games. If someone named their kid Katniss,
Right.
or PETA, or Gale.
But those are probably not copyrighted.
No, I know, but that's what I'm like. The reason Disney does that is so that other people can't use those characters. So this is not in the commercial space. This is just some dude's name.
Yeah, I know. It's not trying to sell anything.
Right.
It's not trying to profit
He's just
off
trying
of
to
it.
exist. And his name happens to be Loki Skywalker, which I'm a little kind of meh about the fact that they combined two worlds. Like, maybe you should have picked one.
Don't be a nerd. Don't be a nerd.
Like, these don't even coexist, and you force them into one 7-year-old child. I mean, you did it when he was a new baby. But.
Okay, when we were pregnant with Emery, we were asking Beck. Beck was only like 4 years old at the time.
Yeah.
And we asked what we should name her. Do you remember what he wanted to name her?
Bruce Banner, and then there was a whole bunch of other names after it because he thought she should be called the Hulk's alter ego. But I can't remember the rest of
I
it.
can't either. But it was a combination. I think it was a Star Wars and a Marvel thing combined too.
It probably was.
We didn't end up going with that name.
No, we sure didn't call her Bruce Banner, whatever the rest of it was. I mean, you should have just picked one. Loki's fine. Or Luke. They could have called him Luke, and there would be no issue.
There probably still would be because that's pretty on the nose.
No, they probably couldn't have called him Luke Skywalker, whatever his real last name is, but they could have just called him Luke.
True.
Okay. They didn't, though. So at least they're getting the passport. It'll be resolved.
Yep.
And things are okay.
Things are great.
Super. So a few weeks ago, there was a girl named Abby and Abby earned $80 from a lemonade stand that she was running, which is pretty good.
That is a pretty good
$80.
profit.
Her parents told her that whatever she made, they would match. So she made $160. Not bad.
I bet her parents were like, "Yeah, we'll match whatever you
right,
make."
They were like,
and then
$5. Yeah, we'll match your $5. Yeah, no. So she got $160. Abby decided to give the entire amount to the Kent County Animal Shelter in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Along with the check, Abby included a note that says maybe you can buy a toy or something for them. The employees at the shelter were very touched by Abby's generosity. They shared her story on Facebook. It's now gone viral. And inspired by Abby's generosity, people in the community started matching her donation as well and contributing in her honor. And it didn't take long for the shelter to receive over $3,000 in donations.
Nice.
Along with boxes of treats, toys for the animals, all this stuff in honor of Abby, which is so cool.
That's great.
The director of the shelter, her name is Angela Hollinshead. And she said she was thrilled to see all the support inspired by Abby's simple act of kindness. We often say that kindness is contagious, and in this instance, it has never been more true, which I think is super cool.
That's great. Good job, Abby.
Way to go. Abby made $80 and turned it into over $3,000
on a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Very well done. Good for you, Abby. It's good news to get you going.
I have a funny story to tell you.
What's up?
So yesterday I was looking for some contact information for a school in Swan Valley.
Okay.
And I Googled Swan Valley School.
Swan Valley School.
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, my Google is telling me.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what I Googled, but I found some contact information, or I got to this Swan Valley, and it had their mascot was the Vikings. And I was like, oh, I also love the Vikings.
Different Vikings.
And then
but
a lot of the teacher info, like all the staff directory, had like the Minnesota Vikings as their, like, if they weren't there for picture day, they just had a Minnesota Vikings logo.
Okay.
And so I was like, I like this school. And I sent an email out to
no way
one of the teachers. And then I noticed that it was actually a school, a Swan Valley in Minnesota. And I went, that's why they're the Vikings.
Yeah. Here's a Swan Valley High School, the Vikings in Saginaw, Michigan as well. So just go Swan Valley Vikings. All right. How did you not look at that they were in Idaho first?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. So then I quickly sent an email back and I said, please disregard. Wrong one. I was looking for one in Idaho, but go Vikings.
Yeah. But hey, while I got you.
Hey, while you're here.
Since I got you.
I also support the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. You got all caught up is what happened. You got so excited about that everything else went away and you went Swan Valley, Idaho.
But also, I think it's a mistake on the algorithm because they know that I like the Minnesota Vikings. And that's
probably true.
They're like, oh, I think she's looking for this school in Minnesota that also supports the Vikings.
Yeah. But Swan Valley only has an elementary. Don't they go to
That's what it was.
The Swan Valley Elementary?
Oh, for Idaho?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then they go to, is it North Fremont that they go to?
Mm-mm. Don't ask me. I don't know anything about life.
Now I got to find out because that's going to bug me. It doesn't matter that much. It's just something I feel like I should know when they go to District 92 in Swan Valley.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they just have Swan Valley Elementary, but where do they go to middle and high? I don't know. I don't know. It bugs me that I don't know. I got to find that information.
Why does that bug you?
I don't know.
We don't have anybody in Swan Valley.
I know, but it just makes me go like curious.
Where
curious.
Where do those kids go?
Where do they go after they get out of elementary school?
In case you're wondering, the school district in Swan Valley, Idaho, is not
Maybe
the
they go
Vikings.
to Ryrie.
You're still on this?
They bus them all the way to Ryrie?
I don't know, Josh.
Somebody knows. I don't. Go Vikings.
Go Vikings. This is a story you should probably tell because you set me up.
Well,
you
listen.
set me up.
Listen. It was earlier in the day. I picked up Emery from school, and the song "Tragedy" was on.
Tragedy.
Yeah, it was
from
on
the Bee
Classy
Gees.
97 Light, and so
Shameless plug.
yeah. Well, I was listening to Classy 97 Light, and "Tragedy" was on, and it was just Emery and I were having a conversation. And I said, oh, this is that song that every time you say the word tragedy, Mom says that tragedy every time. And so she was like, what? And so I let it play for a minute. And she was like, of course it's a thing. Like, she doesn't know all the references, but you have a collection of trigger words. And the word tragedy is one of them. And it immediately makes you go, tragedy. And so knowing this, she said, oh, I have a story to tell her that involves the word tragedy. And I said, oh, okay. And she said, remind me to tell her later. So last night, we're in the car, and I said, oh, Emery, you were going to tell Mom that story about your writing class. And she was like, oh, yeah. And she proceeds to tell you the story, and they had to pick a different sort of theme for a story that they were going to write, and she chose tragedy as her theme. And you, without missing a beat, and we had sort of told you already, oh yeah, you were going to tell Mom that story that had that trigger word in it. So you already knew it was coming. And she says, oh yeah, I chose tragedy. And you went, tragedy, as you do. And then we both went, yep, that worked. And you felt now like you were set up.
That was a setup.
The dominoes were already set up. We just had to knock them down. You weren't set up. You were already set up. It's an easy
What are
target.
some of my other trigger words then?
Oh, I'd have
if
to.
you think
I'd
you
have
guys
to
know
think.
me so well.
They come up all the time. That one just stood out yesterday. But there are little trigger words that we will say, and you'll quote a movie or drop in a song lyric or whatever it is. You have small little triggers all the time. All the time. And it's fun. It's a good time.
How can you not sing Tragedy from the Bee Gees
How
when you
can
hear
you not?
tragedy? I just don't know how anybody doesn't get triggered by that word.
No.
It's tragedy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, and the only word you know is tragedy.
No.
No, you just proved it. Tragedy.
What are the words?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Looking
Anyway.
it up now.
You were not set up. We just know you that well. And
When the feeling's gone and you can't go on, it's tragedy. See? We were out to eat last night, and it reminded me of going to work with my mom when I was
when we
little.
went to eat?
Yeah. Because we were getting our drinks,
Yeah.
and there was foam in the top of the cup.
Right.
And here's what used to happen. This is so gross, but I'm going to say it anyway.
No, I know what you used to do.
I was little,
Yeah.
and I would help out my mom at work sometimes. She worked at a bowling alley, and
Yeah.
so I would get behind her at the counter, and she would take orders, and I would often get people their drinks.
Right.
And there would be foam in the top of the cup,
Root beer has carbonation.
and I would blow on it.
Yeah. Let me get rid of that foam. Fill it up. There's your drink. You're disgusting. What a gross little kid.
I know. I was little. I didn't know.
I know, but that's how you got rid of your own foam, was by This
Yeah.
explains why the bathroom looks like it does every morning.
What does that mean?
Have you noticed it's always, you haven't because you leave right after whatever happens. Why is the countertop always wet? Are you taking your toothbrush and going, what happens?
What are you talking about?
I go into the bathroom to brush my teeth after you every morning.
Yeah.
And the counter is like real wet. So I have to dry it off before I can brush my teeth because the whole counter's wet.
No, it's not because
I think it's related. I think it's the same thing as you blowing the foam off your cup as a kid.
I don't blow on my toothbrush.
You might.
I don't. You know what it's wet from? It's from me washing my face.
Why is your face leaving the counter wet?
Not so my face. It's just my hands.
Now you're just naming parts.
Spillage.
It's my face, my hands.
It's just spillage from the water in my hands.
Okay, but let's go back to the soda thing. Did
Okay.
you wipe up the foam that got inevitably splattered all over the soda machine?
No.
It's the same. Same. See? It's the same.
It's not the same. So I apologize for anybody who used to order a soda in the late 80s.
In a bowling alley that doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
So,
Listen, those people weren't concerned because
those people,
if you
bowlers,
if you were in a bowling alley anywhere in the 1980s, those people were smoking like crazy.
Yeah.
So
it was not exactly the
epitome of health.
Yeah. It was not the epitome of health and cleanliness.
So the least of their concerns was my
was
breath.
a 7-year-old blowing the foam off of their root beers.
Exactly.
Yeah, way to go. Also, why were you behind the counter?
Oh, because it was the 80s, so we were allowed to be.
I see.
Did you go to work with your mom when you were little?
No, I had a job there.
Crazy there? You had a job there?
Mowing the lawn.
When you were younger?
Yeah, when I was 12. And then, 11, 12, 13, whatever. And then, later in life, I got a job there for a very short amount of time and then realized I did not want to work in the manufacturing of gloves. And so I left that and went to fast food.
Exactly. Early in life, I realized that no way. I did not want to be part of the bowling world.
I am not going to be part of the glove making world.
So thanks, Mom, for that.
Yeah.
Although they did have an arcade there, and I got really good at playing arcade games. And that's it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
There is some old footage from a 1988 video of a guy calling the Nintendo Power line.
Yes. So Nintendo Power was a magazine that you could subscribe to, which I got for a little while. I got Nintendo Power magazine. But I'm sure it was one of those things where a friend had it or something, and I brought home the little postcard from inside the magazine, and I went, Mom, I got to get Nintendo Power. I got to have Nintendo Power. But they would put in the magazine, that's how you learned cheat codes and how to do, warps in Mario and how to get above the map and run across the top and, avoid the entire level, basically. Like all that stuff was documented in Nintendo Power. But then, they did have also in the very back in the ads, there was the Nintendo Power hotline. You could call and say, hey, I'm playing Mario. I'm on this level.
And a real person answered?
And a real person would answer the phone and say, all right, here's what you've got to do. Here's how you're going to get past this level.
That's hilarious and awesome. I did not know that existed until you told me about that.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother was a huge Nintendo player.
Did you get Nintendo Power magazine?
I don't know.
Did you see what it looked like?
No.
Like, look at Nintendo
I don't
Power
magazine.
Yeah, magazine. Nintendo Power magazine.
So,
what a great magazine.
Did you know that the Nintendo Power line existed until 2010?
Really?
Yeah.
No, I did not. I assumed it would have been gone or like way early.
Like early 2000s when the internet got pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, the internet did make it go obsolete because then people were just Googling things. But What a cool job that would have been, huh?
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
But you would have had to just play video games and know the ins and outs of every video game.
Dang it. There's kind of a job for you with all your bowling alley arcade expertise. I mean, you were well rehearsed. You could have done that gig. People ringing you up.
You're right. I wonder, was there like certain people that were like, Zach's the best at Legends of Zelda?
Ooh, I don't know if they had specialties within the call center. Zach and Jack.
But Zach is like the Dr. Mario expert. And over here we got Josh, who's what's your game? What would you have been the expert at?
Boy, I played a ton of Mario. I'm trying to think what else I played a lot of. A ton of Mario.
So I just wonder if like everybody had their specialty, right?
Yeah.
So Jack over here, Dr. Mario, he's like, you got to get this cheat code to get this.
Yeah, I didn't really care for Dr. Mario. So I wouldn't have been that game. Did you like Dr. Mario?
Well, it was in the bowling alley in the arcade, so I played it.
Of course you did. Yeah, you're the Dr. Mario
But why
guy.
it's a sort of a Tetris thing, and you love Tetris.
It's not like Tetris.
Kind of.
No.
You have to fit the pieces together
It's
that
not.
match.
It's not like that.
Kind of.
No, because you have to put the pills there to kill the viruses.
Yeah.
It's a totally different game.
It's kind of the same.
It's way different.
Yeah, but it's
the
kinda,
pieces are not even.
Kinda.
They're all shaped the same. They're just different colors. There's only 2 colors per pill. Way different game. Way different game.
How come
than
that game
Tetris.
doesn't exist anymore?
Because it's awful.
No, it's fun.
Do you have fond memories of Dr. Mario?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
Of all the arcade games.
That's the only
Not
one.
Miss Pac-Man.
No, I
Great
didn't.
arcade game.
I didn't like Miss Pac-Man.
Great arcade game.
Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong was awesome. I love Donkey Kong. And I also was pretty okay at Street Fighter.
Pretty okay. We own Street Fighter. I beg to differ.
I said pretty okay.
You're a button masher.
Yeah.
That's not pretty okay.
That's pretty okay. That's enough to survive a little bit. It's pretty okay.
Not for very long.
It's fine. It's
I
pretty
really enjoyed
okay.
Street Fighter. I also like that 1942 or whatever, the airplane game where it's a
No.
top-down airplane.
No,
And you move your guy left to right and you pick up power-ups.
no
and
interest.
you're shooting at battleships and stuff.
No, boring.
That's a great game. Played a lot of that in the arcade. Crazy Taxi. That's a good arcade game. Also good at home.
No.
But that was new school.
Dr. Mario, bud.
No, not a good game. I stand by what I said. What?
Were we on? You didn't give me the cue. I thought you
Oh.
gave me the cue. And
Yeah,
then
yeah. I was
Okay,
nodding.
we're on.
What's up?
What is the most luxurious thing you've ever experienced?
Wow. I'm trying to decide. Probably the hotel and the wedding that we went to about a year ago in Salem.
That was pretty luxurious.
That
You're
was
right.
like I felt like,
But that
like I
wasn't-
know we had to like pay and stuff. Like there was stuff we had to buy, but even just the way that we were that whole weekend, the way we were sort of hosted, felt very luxurious.
Yeah. Okay. I believe that.
I'm trying to think of,
But we
of other
haven't
things.
we haven't ever stayed in a 5-star hotel.
No,
We haven't ever stayed. We haven't ever
I've never
taken
done like an all-inclusive
right,
thing or whatever.
a spa vacation.
Right.
Or
Yeah, those big resorts or any of that.
Right. So 82% of people claim that they've never had
A luxurious
a
thing.
luxury
See, and I think it's because it's hard, and it's not that you're ungrateful.
or expensive.
Yeah, okay,
It's often
sure.
expensive.
Yeah. But it's hard to think of like what is like we just got new pillows and a new comforter and it's pretty luxurious. It's really nice.
I know.
So my luxury feels simpler.
Exactly. A lot of people say that luxury to them means flying first class, never
Yeah.
done.
Right.
A private chef, never had. Riding in a limousine,
I've done that.
never done.
It wasn't that great.
VIP access to exclusive events.
Okay, now
We've done that
You've
before.
had some experiences where you've been sort of treated at a show or at a sporting game. Like we went to a jazz game once and got a little bit spoiled.
We did
because we had a catered private room, and that was wild. That was pretty luxurious.
Okay, you're right. I have had some luxury.
Now, it wasn't the luxury of like, hey, meet the team. Here's autographed stuff. Like there's a different level of luxury beyond what we experienced.
Yes.
But again, something that not everybody gets to be a part of, and that was a pretty cool experience.
That was pretty luxurious, and I learned really quickly that I could get used to that lifestyle. You could be a spoiled
brat.
I could get used to that lifestyle real quick.
Yeah, because I think that's because you're the baby, and so when you got re-hooked in on that, oh wait, I could actually just have everything I want. Like it
wasn't even just that. It was, you don't have to use a bathroom with everybody else.
Yeah,
it was
there's
like
a private
you have your
area.
own private bathroom,
right?
Or you get to go have snacks that are just there waiting
right, and they
for
just
you.
Keep bringing more.
What?
Yeah, what is
You're
this?
right. I do deserve this.
Yeah. Now someone was paying for that.
Absolutely.
It just wasn't us.
No, and it was awesome.
Right. That was pretty luxurious. Let's see.
We've had some luxury a time or two.
I mean, I like washing my truck. When I come out of the car wash, I feel pretty luxury. I feel pretty fancy.
Again,
with a washed truck.
That's pretty low end luxury.
I know. I got low bar luxury.
It's okay.
But it makes me feel like
whatever makes
fancy.
You feel luxurious. Just take it. Like our bed.
Yeah. Brand new sheets, brand new pillows, pillowcases, the new comforter duvet cover thing. Oh. It's too soft now. I go like, this is great.
I know it's too soft.
It's the best.
But it's awesome.
It's pretty luxurious. Pretty luxurious. What's going on over there? Oh, listen to that. It's spooky season.
I tried to do it slowly.
Wow. That thing has got a noise to it.
I know. Somebody needs to fix it.
Can we talk about what happened last night?
What happened?
Well, listen. This morning, I was having a hard time waking up, as I do.
What time did you even go to bed?
Like 11.
Okay.
It was a little later than usual, but it wasn't like terrible. But I have this hard time waking up in the morning.
Yes.
It's slow. I'm a slow waker-upper.
Yep.
I like to take my time, and so it's frustrating when it's like you got to hustle and get going in the morning. You're fall asleep early, hard to stay awake late in the evening. And by late in the evening, I mean, I don't know, 8:30?
Hey, I didn't mean to fall asleep at 8:30. I had been trying to watch a movie for the past couple of nights, and I kept falling asleep.
Yeah, so get into the new big, beautiful, soft bed.
I know.
And turn on the movie.
We got home last night, and we're like, I'm going to make some cupcakes. You're like, I'm going to go play my video game. I go, great. I'm going to try and finish my movie. I got into the bed, which was the first mistake.
Yeah.
And I lasted maybe 20 minutes,
Not
I think.
Even.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I don't think you got past the title screen.
Yes, I did. I got way into that movie. 20 minutes.
20 minutes into a movie, into a 2-hour movie? That's way into it? I got 1/10 of the way into it. Things are happening.
When I woke up at 10, so I fell asleep probably about 8:30. I woke up at 10, which is typically when we go to bed. And the whole upstairs is dark. It's quiet. Nobody's around. I'm like, where is everybody?
Everybody went to bed.
Yeah. The dog is laying next to my feet.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening? Oh, she did, the dog.
Yeah.
I'm laying there sleeping, minding my own business, and I get a lick on the mouth.
Oh, gross.
And I went, what? I was not pleased. Not pleased.
She was making sure you were alive. So somehow
everybody's like, you were downstairs. Everybody's already in bed.
Yeah.
Cupcakes are made on the counter. I put the dog to bed. I go say goodnight to Emery. She said, I tried to show you the cupcakes I made, but you were passed out.
Yeah, you were sleeping. So then you went to bed for real.
For real.
At like 10:10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I came upstairs and went to bed shortly thereafter by like 11. But yeah, I don't know how along the way somehow the go to bed hard to stay awake at night lady married the hard to wake up guy.
Just because I go to bed early doesn't mean that it's easy for me to wake up. I got 9 hours of sleep, and I still was just as tired as I ever was this morning getting out of bed.
Yeah, I should have gone to bed earlier.
I got out of bed and went, ugh, why do we do this every day?
At 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning.
That's the hardest part. And then it's like real dark. Like it's now dark at 8:30 and it's dark still at 5.
It's gonna keep getting worse because it's also going to be cold now in the mornings too. And you really don't want to get out of bed when that happens.
I know. I'm not excited, but I do know. Thanks for the reminder.
It's happening. We will have another driver in our house.
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready either.
I'm not ready.
What's interesting to me is that she just turned 15 and a lot of her friends are the same age and a lot of her friends are not excited about driving.
Yeah.
She's been itching for years to get behind the wheel and drive. Like she has wanted to do this for a long time. A lot of her friends are like, nah, I don't think I ever want to.
I was talking to her about it last night. She's going to end up being the one driving around everybody.
She is.
And so she better start collecting their gas money now. Because, that's not cool or fair or anything,
When I was her same age, I was like, yes, when can I had the itch too. I was like, I got to get out of here. I got to drive. I got to have my independence.
I need mobility.
I got to go.
Yeah. I'm not stoked about putting her on the road because I drive these roads. Yep. I've seen the people on these roads.
Yep.
And that's a dangerous place.
It's very dangerous.
So that part, I'm like, great. It's cool.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. Just as terrifying with our son, who's, been doing it for several years now. It's still, I go, man, it's crazy out there.
It is crazy. Good luck, buddy.
So anyway, that's happening in our house real soon.
Yeah.
What's the process? Because you went to the DMV to get the permit, and now she's registered in a class.
You have to get not yet because we have to pay.
Okay.
So you have to get like the form from her school that says that she's enrolled in school.
Yeah.
And then you have to show up at the DMV with all of the forms needed, birth certificate, and that thing from the school and social security card, and blah, blah, blah. And then the DMV gets the driving permit and they send it to where you're going to do
the class, the driver's school.
Yeah.
The driver's school.
And then you get enrolled in the school and you pay a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Yeah. It's not cheap.
Right. And then they do class time, and then they do driving time.
And this particular driving school has options where you can actually go to the class or you can take the online classes.
Right.
And she has opted to take the online classes because she likes to go at her own speed.
Right.
And then you do the drive time.
Right. And then you have like a bunch of time where we get to drive with her and teach her how we drive. And here's my thing. This is where I think the system is flawed. Because the system that you and I had when we were youths was tied to school. And so it was like one of the football coaches or whatever that also taught driver's ed, or shop teacher taught driver's ed, whatever. So that was the case for me as well. Too. And the driver's ed teacher was one of my classmates' dads, and so I'd known him for a while, which was cool. And I had also driven like farm trucks and different things like that because I was working on a farm in the summers, moving pipe and things. And so there was a little bit of experience there, and I get into the car and I'm ready to drive, and he's like, "You're going to need to not be so comfortable. Let's keep two hands on the wheel." It's evident you've driven before, so let's go ahead and do this the classroom way. And I go, oh, okay, it's going to be like that. All right.
Look at you trying to pretend you're so like, I know what I'm doing.
Well, it just got in like, let's drive. No big deal, right? Confidence. You got to have a little bit of confidence and a willingness to try.
I was actually amazed that I passed my driver's ed class because
Me too.
on a
I'm kidding.
Hey.
I'm kidding. Go on.
On a dare, my driver's ed teacher was bald.
Oh, no.
And my friend dared me to ask him when he was waxing his car if he also waxed his head. And I did it.
You did. And what'd you find out?
He was not amused.
Uh-huh.
And then I felt really stupid.
Okay. So, but now the system is really left up to, like, there's instruction, which is important. There's class time, and then there's practical drive time. But the practical drive time is not like the time we had. We had a lot of in-person classroom time to learn about parts of the car and road signs and watch the terrible video of people getting hit by trains and things. And then you would go and drive, and you drove a lot. Like, I felt like I drove.
I did drive a lot.
Like, there was freeway time, there was parking time, there was a lot of drive time.
We had automatic cars and manual cars.
Yeah, I think we got
so
to
I drove
choose.
A little of both.
I don't know that I ever drove a manual then. I had driven manual before. But anyway, now it's up to parents. It's up to my driving ability and your driving ability to be passed on to,
which is terrifying,
our kids. And that's where I go, like, the community at large is responsible for teaching their children how to drive. That's a problem, because I've seen you all.
Mm-hmm.
This is a failed system. This is a flawed system. Not failed. It's a flawed system.
I know that you are definitely more patient a teacher with our kids. I know this from you teaching them how to ride a bike, you teaching them how to
snowboard, whatever.
All of this.
Yeah.
So you'll be doing the majority of the teaching because, one, you're less anxious than I am, and two, you're more patient than I am. So,
well, that's kind, but also here's the rest of what I feel about this: parents teaching their kids their driving methods. Parents didn't learn in driver's ed how to navigate roundabouts. And so now we're going to have generations of people that don't know how to do this because it's not being...
I've seen it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I've seen it.
Like, that particular one road obstacle is going to be a challenge for so many people.
I'm saying I go out of my way to avoid those roundabouts because
sometimes
I know
you
the people that drive through them. And it's terrifying.
I know.
And I know the one is directly on the way to my kids' school.
I know.
How are they going to navigate that?
There's roundabouts everywhere.
I know, but the worst one is on the way to school.
I know.
They put teenagers through that.
I know.
Twice a day.
I know. I know. Chaos out there. Oh, it's nearly spooky season and all the costumes are out and everything.
Dude, we got to get to work on our costumes.
I know. I got an idea.
You do?
Well, maybe. So the folks over at Spirit Halloween stores have a couple of new costumes.
Okay.
You want to hear about them?
Yes.
They teamed up with Aunt Annie's and Cinnabon. And so you can have Aunt Annie's pretzel nuggets or a Cinnabon box. You can be snacks.
Snacks?
Or maybe you want to be the strawberry Pop-Tart. That's a new one. You can be the strawberry Pop-Tart, which is actually a mascot from the Pop-Tarts Bowl in Orlando last December. There's a huge Pop-Tart with a face on it. And anyway, you can be that.
I just looked up strawberry Pop-Tart costume. Yeah. And I see a lot of homemade strawberry Pop-Tart costumes, which are adorable. It's just made out of felt and pom-poms as the sprinkles. It's pretty darn cute. And
the one that they've got here is like a Pop-Tart body, and then you just wear pants. And you just put this over your head, and then it's got like a spot where your face can not poke through. It can see through. So it's covered.
Yeah.
So you're still in there, but then it's got big googly eyes and a smiley mouth. that shows the strawberry filling.
Oh.
Delicious. So you could be the strawberry Pop-Tart, or again, you could dress up as Aunt Annie's pretzel bites or a Cinnabon box.
Aunt Annie's pretzel bite costume.
It's a cup of pretzel bites with a cute little hat.
Okay, I see that. I see it.
Or the Cinnabon box. So we could be food, is what I'm saying.
I don't want to be that.
You don't want to be fun food?
No. I told you what I want to be. You're not into it. And it's just so disappointing. I got to find somebody who wants to do this costume with me because
You can be Robin Hood. Be Robin Hood. I'm not telling you can't.
But I need a partner. And that partner is you by law. By law. You agreed. You made vows.
Nowhere in there did I say, whatever Halloween costume you want to be, I'll be.
Why don't you want to be my partner?
No, I do.
Why don't you want to be my Halloween Robin Hood partner?
Because you want to make me out to be like the weirdest characters.
No, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Little John or Prince John. Great characters. Or the chicken.
I rest my case.
No. Not the chicken that's like Maid Marian's friend, but the Robin Hood dressed up as the chicken.
No, you're not gonna be Robin Hood, and I'm Robin Hood dressed as a chicken.
Why not?
You wanted me to be the chicken.
No. Not that rooster. No. I mean, you could if you wanted to. There's a plethora of characters you can choose from Robin Hood, the animated show. A plethora. Pick one. You could be the snake. Also cool. Little John is so good. You could be Little John.
But you wanted me to be Little John dressed as a woman.
Initially, yeah.
Robbing a carriage.
But now you could just be
falling out as I run away.
Regular Little John. You could just be regular Little John. Robin Hood's tried and true friend.
Where am I going to get the giant bear costume?
Bro, we can figure it out.
At this time of day?
Fine. It's fine.
Be Robin Hood.
No, it's fine. Idea ruined.
No. Be Robin Hood. Don't be all sad about it. You can be Robin Hood.
And what are you going to be?
I don't know.
Something that totally doesn't even match. Totally lame. I'm so disappointed. I've never been more disappointed.
Oh, wow. Wow. What?
You had a whole year. You had a whole year to think about it.
Yeah? I didn't.
I know.
I didn't think about it.
Or you could be the sheriff of Nottingham.
Or
the dog.
Oh, could I?
Or Friar Tuck.
Are you saying I look round and bald?
Nope. I'm giving you options of what you could be. The little church mice, you could be one of them. Whatever. Forget about it.
You ready to tell me a little bit of this or that?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Would you rather this or that?
Fall edition.
Oh.
Would you rather eat apple pie or pumpkin pie
Pumpkin
for
pie.
a month?
Done.
Apple pie for me.
Why? It's gross.
Because apple pie is delicious.
No. Hot apples are not where it's at.
Yeah.
What was?
I had a cough.
Oh.
Tickle in my
And you
throat.
have to eat it every day for a month?
Every day for a month.
That's the only thing you get to eat? Or you just have to eat a slice of it every day for a month?
You only have to, it's not the only thing you eat. You just have to eat a slice of it every day for a month.
Yeah, pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is where it's at.
I'm choking.
Quit choking.
Pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie, but I also love
No, you
apple
don't.
pie. And I think I prefer apple pie over pumpkin pie.
You would take a fruit pie anytime
Yeah.
before you would take pumpkin pie.
Okay, fair. But I wouldn't say no to pumpkin pie if it was offered either. I just like pie.
I
Pie
just
is
really
delicious.
wish we could do something about the crust. That's it. I just wish the crust was better. It's just not great. That's all I'm trying to say. It could be better.
I have a good crust recipe.
It's not about you. It's the crust. That white crust is gross. I don't care who's made it.
Okay.
It's not good.
All right.
I'll eat the pie part with the whipped cream and leave the crust every time.
You're going pumpkin pie.
Clearly.
Are you going to eat the bottom of the crust? Do you eat the bottom?
No, I don't like any of it.
You just eat the filling.
Yeah, I don't like that white crust. It's just dough. It's boring. It's not.
No,
it doesn't
good.
taste good. No, it's not good.
I like it.
Okay, that makes one of us. Half the room likes it. Would you rather this or
There
that?
you go.
Yo,
Yo.
there's an 88-year-old lady. Her name is Shirley Curry. She is known as Skyrim Grandma.
Ooh.
She has played the video game Skyrim and created gameplay videos, over 2,300 of them.
Really?
She is 88 years old. She's officially retiring from Skyrim. I know.
Is Skyrim
It's a
007?
No. Skyrim is it's like a fantasy game with dragons and things and whatever.
Is Skyrim a 007 movie?
No.
There's a 007 movie that's
Skyfall.
Skyfall.
That's different than this.
Yep.
This is Skyrim, the video game.
Okay.
So Skyrim Grandma is officially retiring. 88 years old, 2,300 YouTube gameplay videos.
Her.
She said she just came to the conclusion that making the videos wasn't fun for her anymore.
Aw.
She's still going to do the vlogging thing. She has 1.3 million subscribers.
Look at Skyrim Granny.
She's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Shirley Curry, 88 years old, retiring from Skyrim.
Oh, man.
It's never too late to start something, is what I'm saying. 88 years old. She has 1.3 million YouTube subscribers.
Could I be Mario Kart Granny?
You're not Granny.
I'm not a granny yet.
You can just be Mario Kart Chantel. And yes, you can. You literally can hook it up and stream yourself online playing Mario Kart, and people will pay to watch you. You can indeed do that.
That's so strange. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think anybody would watch me play Mario Kart.
I would watch.
Parental discretion advised.
Because you get
Sometimes
frustrated
I say a
at
lot
the
of
game.
bad words.
Yeah, well, you can't because you're on the internet.
Yeah,
and so you can't.
there's
You have
children
to-
watching,
You have to
so I'd
calm
have to-
yourself down.
I could calm myself.
Yeah, you can't have Mario Kart road rage, is what I'm saying. So
I
take a breath.
only get road rage
I know.
when the
You're
computer
losing,
cheats.
or you're losing to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're cheating.
Nope.
I
Just
taught
better
you all
than, just
those
better
tricks.
than you. I'm just
Oh,
better
I
than
taught you all those
I'm
tricks.
better than you at Mario Kart.
Get out of here. You didn't even know how to drift until I
come
showed
on,
you.
Come on.
You didn't know how to
You
boost
didn't
off the
show
line.
me. You didn't show me anything.
Excuse me.
No, you use those moves to your advantage and never instructed me on how to do them.
Find
and then
it out
I have to-
yourself.
and then I do, and then you get frustrated because I'm better than you are at using those tools.
Excuse
And then you
me?
go, and then you get all frustrated and go, "Why are you winning?" These are the things that happen. Mario Kart.
It's on. We're going to have a battle
are?
tonight.
All
Yeah.
right.
We're going to record it.
We're going to stream it.
Yeah.
We're going to stream the Mario Kart battle.
Yeah. I don't even know how to stream it, but
I do.
somebody does.
I literally just said I do.
You're going down,
All right.
son.
All right. We'll see. We'll see what
Bring
happens.
it.
Luigi knows how to
Luigi,
drive. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
He's no match for Yoshi.
I might play as Donkey Kong just to make you extra
I
mad.
hate Donkey Kong so much in Mario Kart. Go ahead. Go ahead and play. We'll see. We'll see how you do.
All right.
All right. It's on.
Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for listening to the show. It's available as a podcast. Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, everywhere you listen to podcasts. You're so angry.
Yeah,
about it.
you're
It's
about
so
to
funny.
Get beaten in Mario Kart.
Listen to
I
this.
hope you're ready. You better prep your fingers. Do some finger stretches.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.